On February 14th, I was in room 1214 studying Holocaust history. Miss Ivy Seamus was actually my teacher.
We were learning that day how to combat hate on college campuses. We were ambushed by a former student with an AR-15, injured quite a few students in my class and murdered 2 of them.
Our classroom was the 3rd classroom that the shooter shot into, murdering Nicholas Dora and Helena Ramsey. I had to hide underneath Nicholas's body to survive.
I'd always been concerned about gun violence, disturbed by it, disturbed by the innocent victims. Faithfully, I made annual donations for over 20 years. I always thought I was doing it to keep other people safe. I never thought that I would personally be impacted by gun violence. We did our usual donation in December 2000, and in January 2001, 10 days later, my daughter, Laura, was killed in a rampage shooting.
Before, I'll tell you, I was insensitive. I was like probably most people. It hasn't happened to me, or it hasn't happened to a loved one or friend, you know, it hadn't hit home yet. I disarmed the shooter in Nashville, Tennessee at the Antioch Waffle House. 4 people did unfortunately lose their lives. Everybody in the situation is actually younger than me, and I'm only 29. So it was a lot of life that was lost.
Gun violence is not some abstract issue. It's not some political issue. It's become a humanitarian crisis. Tonight, this room is filled with real heroes, people who have been in those moments of crisis that the rest of us only hear about. Those are the true heroes. Those are the people we work for.
I love teaching, and it's been my calling. I met Stoneman Douglas for 18 years. This is my 18th year there. Room 1214 was my happy place. If you came into my classroom, you would have seen a big yellow banner given to me by a Holocaust survivor, and it said, "We will never forget."
My husband's way to deal with it right away was to sort of fight the system that we thought killed her, which was untreated mental health care. We realized our story, Laura's story, was a way we can affect change in a world that to us had gone awry.
Since the shooting, I try to continue the legacy of the 4 people that lost their life, and I don't want people to forget them.
The students in that 4th period class started a group text the very evening of the shooting, and answering each other ever since and being there as support for each other. We took our lead from what the students started to do and felt that if they can lead us into this whole movement, we will follow.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here today to share my experience and perspectives on gun violence in America. It needs to be a critical part of your consideration for any judge, particularly for the highest court in the land. My view is significantly impacted by my experience as a survivor. I didn't see a lot of people in the media that looked like me, so I felt like it was important for me to go around the country and be that voice and help use my Parkland platform and give it to the people that need it. I testified at Kavanaugh's hearing and my views on how he views the Second Amendment.
I work in the California State Capitol in Sacramento on getting firearm bills passed and signed by the governor. I've helped over 55 bills get enacted into law.
The Gun Safety Alliance is an open platform, open source coalition of the willing to support anyone who stands up and takes a position on this issue, often at great personal and professional risk, to affect change. At Walmart, at Hertz, at Delta, United, at Dick's Sporting Goods. The list goes on, making sure that they can have as great of an impact as possible.
We will not quit, we will persevere, and all of these horrible things that we went through, we need to turn around and make good things and good choices about things. As one of the Holocaust survivors told me, pain should not be wasted.
As much as I do this for other people, I do this for my daughter. I want my daughter to have a bright future, a good and healthy life, and so she could, have as many good memories as I do.
California has the strongest gun laws in the nation, and we've dropped our firearm death by 56% since 1993, more than 3 times the rest of the nation. California is making a difference. Our gun laws are working, and I feel this responsibility that we need to get the policy right, the implementation enforcement right, so that we can show the rest of the nation what we're doing works, it is working, and pull the rest of the nation along.
I talk all the time in my class about being an upstander. An upstander is really another word for a hero, someone that comes to the aid of someone else There's no room for bystanders anymore in this world.
A hero to me is someone who's not afraid to speak up. Before gun violence impacted my life on February 14th, I was a very shy girl and I didn't really like to share my opinions or be too controversial. Now I am very outspoken and I share my opinions on every topic, and I don't really care if I'm controversial now because my opinion matters, and I feel like everybody's opinion matters.
I know why I'm doing this. I'm doing it to save lives, and I'm doing it for Laura. I'm very grateful to the Brady campaign, dedicated chapter leaders and members, and the Brady staff. And of course, I'm grateful to all the supporters, like you in New York, who make our work possible.
It means a lot to me to help out others, and I'm grateful that, the Brady Center gave me this opportunity.
No matter who you are, no matter where you live, no matter where you work, you have a role to play here. It's now time for all of us to stand up.
There's no place for gun violence in our schools, in our movie theaters, in our malls. We've come together as a movement with our school and with our students and with our community to be part of something larger, to fight what we've been believing in for many years.